Good morning, guys. Ro here from Ro's Kitchen. Sunday morning, getting ready for church. No makeup on yet. Sorry about that, guys. But I did want to share with you Mrs. Plant's vegan dog food. I've been using this for quite a while now. Not quite a year, but man, I got to tell you, I've seen a big difference in my pups. They have really shown some difference in their behavior, their health, so it's been great. Thank you, Mrs. Plant. You're awesome. So you need to check out her site. She's really super. So I'm going to make the recipe for you and show you how easy this is. Plus, it makes such a big batch. It's awesome. So I soaked overnight garbanzo beans and navy beans. And as you can see right here, I have them in my blender. So I'm going to blend those up because the beans are a little hard, so you want to always make sure they're nice and smooth for the iPot. And we're going to do this in the iPot, so it'll be nice and creamy and big, and I don't have to slave over a stove all day. Who wants to do that? Ugh. Okay, so let me go ahead and grind these up, and we'll get that started. All right, so let me show you the consistency I got there. It almost looks a little bit like cornmeal. So there you go. So this is what it will look like, okay? So my next step is to put it in the Instapot, and so let's go on over there and do that. I'm going to go ahead and put the beans into the Instapot, and I'll just grab them like that. I have all my ingredients here ready for you. And the garbanzo beans, I soaked a half a cup of each, believe it or not, and it made 1 cup of each by the time they grew. So in the Instapot, we're going to start with our chopped up beans. I'm going to throw in a half a cup of red lentils. You want to use the red lentils. They're softer lentil and they blend better. And that's what Mrs. Plant says to do. And she's the genius. 1 cup of brown rice. And you can see this was wet when I put the rice in, so yuck. No worries. And then I'm just going to stir that up. I like to keep stirring all the time and get everything blended. Then I'm going to add 1 bag of defrosted green peas. Okay. 1 bag of defrosted green beans. Believe it or not, my dogs absolutely love this. In fact, little Charlie boy, he likes to eat all the wet first and pushes the dry out of the way so he can get to the wet first. He's so funny. And then I do 3/4 of a bag of shredded carrots. I don't know why. I guess because I need this for something I'm making for me. So they can't have it all. I put that in there and I continue to stir. And then the last thing is the spinach, and it's a bag of spinach. I have 3/4 of a bag left. Frozen. You do not defrost the spinach. I didn't ask why. I just followed directions because she's a genius. You always want to do what Mrs. Plant tells you to do. So I have my frozen spinach in there. And then the last step, believe it or not, we're almost done. The last step is to add 5 to 6 cups of water. And what I want to tell you is I use hot water. The reason I use hot water is because you want the pressure cooker to start sooner. And if you start with cold water, it still has to build up the heat and the pressure. But if you use hot water, it cuts back by a few minutes. So we're going to go ahead and add about 5 cups of hot water, okay? Bear with me while I fill the cup. All right, so there's my 5 cups of hot water. I'll stir that around again, try to get it more. There we go. And guess what? That's it for now. Now there is one more step, but that's what we're going to do that step when we're done. So let me pull my Instapot over for us. I use mason jars like crazy. Plug it in, makes its little peep sound. Okay, put my Instapot in. I'm going to put my lid on. And I'm going to make sure that this is closed so that it doesn't steam while it's cooking. Then I'm going to go ahead and hit the manual button. And we want to use this for 9 minutes. Yeah, 9 minutes. Of course, you have the steam up process and then the cool down process. But, 9 minutes and that's going to be ready. And then we'll add our next step. And there it goes. It's telling me it's ready. All right, guys. Wait till it's done. I'll show you what the next steps are. Hi, guys. Okay. It's done. I turned it off. And As you can see here, I'll bring you in a little closer to see how it looks. It looks pretty good. I have to stir it up. And there's the rice, and the lentils are all mixed in with the rice. Next step is to pour in a half a cup of chia seeds and a half a cup of ground flaxseed. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pour that in. And then I'm gonna stir that up. And that's it. That is it. Now I know it seems like a little bit of a, might seem like a little bit of a bother to have to grind things up. And, you know, first you gotta grind the beans, and then you gotta, but look at this big pot. And I do give them like a heaping, well, I wouldn't say tablespoon. I would guess I would say I give them more like maybe quarter cup with their dry. And I do use a vegan dry as well. So that's it for that. I'm just going to go ahead and put it in containers, put it in the freezer, keep it frozen as I use it. It lasts me 3 to 4 weeks. And I have two dogs, Roscoe and Charlie, and I think you've seen them before. I should show you another picture of them. They're so sweet. Roscoe right now is just looking at me. Let me see if I can sneak up on him for you. There he is. He's just watching me. And Charlie's over on the couch just resting up. So that's it for this recipe. Thank you so much for watching. Please pass it along. Everyone should have a vegan dog, and they're healthy, and there's nothing wrong with that, okay? All right then, thanks a lot. See you soon. One more thing. If you want the recipe, you need to go to Mrs. Plant. She's the one who has it. She has a phenomenal website. You'll enjoy it a lot. And here's Charlie right here. Let's show you Charlie. See Charlie and Roscoe. See if you can see them. Sit. Sit. They keep coming at me.